Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, okay. Maybe another time. No, no. Okay. Okay. I can't through this. Devon, I'm upset. I'm upset, Devon. Can you believe it? I didn't even shut the door. I'm that upset. Just,
I can believe it, but why are you upset?
just. I'm really trying to make friends. I thought Devon Scottis would be a great year to make friends. I just don't feel as cool as I used to be. I used to be a cool guy, Devon. I used to be so cool.
That's that's
Yeah. I used to be on, like people would come and like, oh, Scott, he's so cool. They used to say, my hair, I just think I'm a cool guy. Like everything about me is cool.
do you so you think you're suddenly not cool now? Is that your issue? Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
solve?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Because you think I'm cool. Like that's why we hang out. Because like I think you're
You
cool.
wouldn't fit my definition of cool, but maybe it's different because you're British.
Hmm. Yeah. But okay, well, when you teach me how to be cool, because I think you're really cool. Like everyone's always like, "Oh, Devon, he's so cool. He's so
I'm
great."
so glad you asked, Scott, because
Yeah,
I have tons of ways to make you cool.
yeah.
All right. Step number one. We need to change up your look. And there's a whole way to do this. So, first and foremost, skin tight clothing. That's right. We want everything showing. We want it touching your skin. I want you to feel like you're almost suffocating in your clothes.
Well,
So,
see, I went for this for a reason, Devon.
that's
I thought
too
this was a
bad.
cool
That's
look.
too puffy, too loose, and I'm not
No,
seeing any skin. So,
no,
we
but
need
see,
skin tight clothing.
you can see enough skin where it matters. But I
No,
felt
no,
like
no,
this
no,
had
no,
the
no.
issue. You didn't know what was beneath this.
Skin tight
My
clothing. You need a
like,
bandana. We're gonna need a bandana. You're gonna be rocking a mullet because mullets are cool. Business up front, party in the back.
so you want like more skin. I can do more skin. I can like just.
But we don't want to just see your skin. We want to see clothes that look like your skin but are actually clothes. Because if
Right.
you show
Okay.
your nipples, that's inappropriate.
Right. Okay. So
So skin tight
this
clothing. What
this
about
is
the bandana? Do you have the bandana?
I don't I tell you what. I tell you what. What if right? I like sort of fashion this. How's this? How do I look cool? Is this cool? I
Feels
think
like
I'm cool.
it feels like cultural appropriation, but we'll move on.
But,
You can't grow the
okay.
mullet yet, but you can work on it. Just let the back grow, but
Yeah.
keep the front tidy. So
Now
once
I feel like there's a missed opportunity here because I think you know we would both agree, like showing off special talent. Like I see people that are, like skating all the time. That's their special talent. So what
I
if
thought you came
they?
here to learn from me how to be cool. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, but I'm like pitching ideas because I think I am quite cool. So I feel like I have some ideas. What
All right,
if
moving on. No
puppets?
puppets, no puppets. Moving
No
on.
puppets.
We need to talk about activities anyways. So next things you need to be doing, you need to be learning how to shoot guns and be really good at shooting guns. Guns are cool. They sell.
Also, I don't do the whole guns thing in British.
No, 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 no,
I
no. We're
speak
gonna
like
be doing the
traditional.
guns,
Uh,
and you're gonna take up smoking. We'll start with half a pack a day, and then build you up to a full pack a day, maybe 2 packs a day.
do you smoke?
No, it's horrible for your lungs.
Then
But
why
you
am I
got
smoking?
because it'll make you cool. We're
But
compensating. You're at a lower baseline than me. I'm up here, you're down here. We need to get you up here. This is my baseline, this is your baseline. We're gonna try to
you just
pull
said
you
you're
up.
naturally
We're gonna
cool. You're
pull
doing
you
this
up.
effort, like
Smoking is
effortless.
cool. Clearly you haven't watched enough TV, you never saw Joe Camel, you don't know. Smoking is cool. That's gonna be in there. You need to be able to tell the difference between a girl butt and a guy butt. That's very, very important. You got to be able to look at a butt and be like, that's a girl's butt or that's a guy's butt. It doesn't matter which you prefer to look at because both is fine. But you do need to be able to tell the difference.
Okay, so I've got my Mithra amiibo.
And can you tell
Was
that's
it
a
was
girl butt?
well, no, it just looks like it's a figure. You know,
Okay,
I
we'll
don't
work
think.
on it.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
so now that we got a lot of that stuff done, we need to talk about your relationships because we need to build up better relationships for this whole thing. What's your
Yes, yes.
relationship like with your father?
Um, well, normally he only messages me when he needs something or can't reach my mum or really, you know, there's
Is it
tension. There's tension.
messy? Is it messy?
I wouldn't say it's messy because that implies that there's something there.
Well, see, that's
It's
the
most.
problem, right? We need things there. Daddy issues. You need to develop them. We have to get you to have daddy issues. People want to be around people with daddy issues. So we need to get you
Right.
daddy issues. That's important. You have a brother, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
we're gonna need you to fight him, preferably to the death, if possible. But we could build towards that kind of storyline over time. So maybe the first fight doesn't have to be the death one, but you will need to fight your brother to the death. That'll be important.
Okay. What's my fighting style? Is it with the guns? Is it
So when you're fighting your brother, it'll be close quarters combat. You really
punch?
want to be able to, punch and kick, do like throw them over your shoulder and stuff like that. It'll make sense later. We'll get back to that though. You also need to have a silly sidekick. So your silly sidekick should be someone who's very smart, who is kind of awkward, who likes making a bunch of jokes and likes to be kind of goofy sometimes and be like, "Oh, I have a brilliant idea. Here's what we'll do." And kind of that kind of thing. He has to be less cool than you so that you look cooler in comparison. And maybe you could reference the fact, say that maybe he peed himself in front of people and be like, "Oh, see, this is why he's lame and why I'm cool because he pees his pants like a little piss boy." And that's a very important step of that process as well. That's going to make you
Yeah.
look really cool.
Yeah. Sounds a bit like our dynamic. I
No,
I'm
no,
thinking
no,
I'm.
no, 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 no. Yeah, no, 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 no. Let's move
Yeah.
on.
I mean,
Um,
I never piss myself, and I feel like if that's the implication, like I've never pissed. I'm incapable of pissing.
Scott, I promise I have never told anyone that you have pissed your pants.
But see. I only see one hand. I don't. Is that like a high five? Are we doing that? I don't know if I believe you.
Okay.
I think pissing could be cool, but I don't piss. I've never pissed. I'm incapable of pissing. All I drink is
Okay.
water, but I never piss. It just goes
So
somewhere.
we talked about your relationships, look, activities. There is another aspect to all of this, which is public perception. All right. So first, you're going to need to go into retirement, but then come back out of retirement so you can have the cool guy, "I'm coming out of retirement for one last mission" kind of thing. That'll make you look really cool, right?
Mm.
Then you need to convince the world that you're dead for a little while so that people think that you're not actually here. And then when people meet you, you could give yourself a fake name so that people don't know it's actually you. But then they think that, oh, this is really cool because you're this really experienced guy, despite the fact that nobody knows who you are. Someone else will probably try to assume your identity during that time, and that's fine. You just gotta be like, "No, that's not Scott McClanahan. I'm Scott McClanahan," or something along those lines. We can workshop
Yeah.
that later. You should also start working for So once you go through that whole arc of you being dead and coming back to life and everything, start working for like some kind of organization that helps the world, right? Like really paint yourself as a good guy in addition to having all these other things. Um that'll really help the public perception. People start to think of you as a hero, which will be very good. Uh Obviously before all of this you'll want to stop like a few world-ending threats to really build up the legend of like who you are as a person, right? Trying to think if I'm missing anything. I guess
Yeah.
how are you at fighting giant robots that have nuclear
See,
devices attached to them?
I was hoping you'd ask me one of these questions because, like, Devon, what world do you think we live in where there's giant robots, there's world-ending threats, and what world do you think we are living in where I can be involved in that? I thought you were going to give me good advice. I thought you were going to be like, you should be more confident, Scott. You should do all that.
So far, I
Yeah,
think all of this is pretty actionable. I don't know what the issue is here.
I mean, I just don't think so, mate. I think this is terrible.
What if
I'm
we?
going back to the puppets. I've never done the
No, no, no,
puppets in
no, no,
person.
no! Don't do the puppets. Don't do the puppets. I have a thing to sell you on this. What if we give you a really cool nickname to really wrap it all together?
Yes, I've always wanted a nickname. You know, I actually wanted to go by Sonic in school, but I
What
chickened
if
out
we
at the last.
called you Liquid Scott? It'd be a pretty good one.
Liquid Scott. Here I am. But wait, no, because that is the implication of slime. I know how this goes, Devon. This is how you get me to be the slime lord, and the slime lord days are gone. I can't be the slime lord every single time, Devon.
People thought you were really funny when your whole thing was gooing people.
No, they didn't. They said it was weird. I was specifically told, do not bring slime into this
But you were
wedding.
silly and goofy, and people like silly, goofy guys. And
No,
you're
that's not
smart, and
very true.
you're maybe a little awkward, but you're really smart and like silly and like it's a good role. It's a good role.
That's like you're like, oh, you need to partner with someone. That's me being yours. Like when
No,
you're silly
no,
goofy.
no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. You know, Solid Devon does have a good ring to it.